Welcome back, everybody, to Crusader Kings 3, as we are in the waning days of our playthrough that started all the way back in 1066. It is now 1388. Britannia, which is my empire, is the most powerful, I believe, in the known world right now. If you look at France, Holy Roman Empire still exists. The Byzantine Empire has collapsed and broken into pieces. Syria is pretty powerful. Jerusalem's quite extensive. And then you can kind of see Portugal's doing quite well for itself. Ghana down here, Nubia. So those are some of the larger realms that we see. Ruthenia right here, Poland, Carpathia, quite large. So we're still kind of setting the stage for going into Europa Universalis 4, which we will continue this playthrough in. Carpathia's got some land way the heck up there, which is kind of interesting. We've got to think about other places we can extend our realm in the 60 or so years that we have left. Well, no sooner had I made an alliance with this king than he calls me to war. A war that he's losing badly, so it's not going to go particularly well. Dark night can truly make the shadows in my castle's hallways come alive. The perceived risk for unsanctioned visitors rise ever higher for every unguarded corner spotted. Yeah. Improved defenses. Alright, this guy's going to lose this war fast. So I'm not too incredibly worried about it. Wait, he just died? That was who I just... Oh, he was killed in battle. And I had just betrothed my daughter to him. No sooner had I done that than he dies. So, do I even really have to be involved in the war at this point? So I guess I can... My daughter's a free agent once again. The Infante of Portugal. I don't know about that. How about her? Is she related to the King of France? Nah, it doesn't seem like it. She's the daughter of a duke. Oh boy. My vassal Earl Eastmond incites me to such blinding rage that some days I can scarcely remember why we feud. It matters little now. I hold his wife in my embrace, her passions aflame. She's not a particularly attractive woman. Soon, between my snide smiles and some well-paid gossips, Eastman shall know. I'll make sure that Eastman knows. One forbidden kiss will seal this rivalry. Have you ever kissed a real man? What is he, the Earl of Herefordshire? Yeah, we'll put that rivalry aside. Our wall towers are constructed in Warwick. Looks like we need some new counselors. A marshal. And a spy master. Ooh, yeah, that'll work. So my vassal, King Peter, has created a Liberty faction against me. Alright, we're going to have to deal with that. We also have a lady that just came to court who has a claim on the Kingdom of Portugal. Not too worried about the Liberty faction. Let's take a look at this claim, because Portugal is a pretty significant amount of territory, and that would put us on the border with the Muslims, and there would be an opportunity for some holy wars there late in the game. So, you know what? Let's take a look at our court. Who's the lady that's got the claim on Portugal? She's got a claim on the Byzantine Empire. That doesn't really help us right now, though. So my nephew was slain in battle in what is now modern-day Turkey. Interesting. Let's see. Who is he fighting for? I guess for his house, huh? House Landolfi Cosenza. How is he my nephew? He is my... Oh, he's the son of my sister. Actually, my sister just died, too. She died in the Duke's dungeon. So things have been pretty ugly for my sister and her family over there. Okay, so Princess Anna of Poland has arrived in our court with a claim on the Kingdom of Poland as well as a bunch of other things. So we're going to actually recruit her to our court. That might be an opportunity to make a claim on Poland. Or make a vassal out of it, I should say. Let's see if that's even a possibility at this point. None to choose from. I guess not. Carlos, the son of Duke Jocelyn of Man, has accused my vassal King Peter, I think he's the King of Wales, of an extramarital affair with his lover. What? You're having an affair with the woman I'm having an affair with. How dare you? What? How could he defile the sanctity of his marriage? Alright, whatever. We'll imprison the person responsible. For now, anyway. Alright, so what do we got going on here? We can ransom her. Yeah, let's go ahead and ransom her. Let her out. She's suffered enough. So this is interesting. There is, in fact, still someone who has the Byzantine Empire. It's just not showing up that way right now. But they've got little pieces of territory all over the place. You can see it just doesn't show up on the map because it's so tiny and so broken. But we could claim that for my wife. She's not the heir to the Byzantine Empire, but we could certainly push that claim. I just don't have the... that would kill my fame. But boy, what a big deal that would be, huh? I don't think we're going to go there right now, though. But so there is a Byzantine Empire. It's just really, really small and broken and scattered. All right. So it looks like I'm ill. Send for the physician. This is especially good. I am dying. Okay. We'll try and do no more than what is necessary. Oh, I'm actually doing okay. So I guess I'm not dying quite yet. Not dead yet. I feel happy. A curse undone. I lost some stress. That's good. Oh, I'm first in line to inherit the Duchy of Reged. Oh, this title's already in my realm, so that doesn't do me a lot of good, I guess. That's right up here. Alright, this is not okay. This is disgusting. It has not escaped my notice that my daughter, Queen Helen, is a very good-looking woman. She is rather attractive. The way she smiles and looks at me timidly never fails to make my heart flutter. Dude, you are sick. She is your daughter. Get a grip. Oh my gosh, not okay. Not okay. Alright. More vigilant for 3 years. Okay, cool. Alright, who would be being called to war for now? I don't know. I guess I missed it. We can gain the trait Schemer. Alright, cool. Why not? We're gaining 76 gold a month. I really ought to try and build some new things. Let's take a look real quick at our realm. Let's go to Warwickshire. Start upgrading things like our barracks in some of these places that I control. We can go up to a Zwinger. Let's do that. So we're just going to start investing heavily in all of the places that we control. Can I upgrade my castle? Yeah, let's do it. New fortress. Spend down some of this money on some things that we could use. Crown Smithies. Anjou. I don't know if I want to build anything in Anjou quite yet. Middlesex. The Tower of London. Excellent. Can't do anything with it. Or to upgrade it anyway. Let's upgrade our farm estates. So I was just looking around, and this is really unfortunate. The King of Denmark, who was my son-in-law, died. When did he die? He died from wounds just a couple of weeks ago, actually, leaving my daughter unmarried and only with a daughter, which apparently the throne could not pass to her, or did not pass to her. So unfortunately, my poor 7-year-old granddaughter is left to inherit nothing, or so it would seem. No, she's got a county, and that's it, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and invite my daughter back to my court and then find a spouse for her. It's still not impossible that we could find something. Kaiser of Carpathia. There doesn't seem to be a lot of good options out there right now, unfortunately. Oh, the Duke of Essex. Well, she's 28 and he's 4, so that's not going to fly. Let's sort it by alliance power, I guess. Prince Hamelin of France. Yeah, we're going to need somebody who's already of age because she's not getting any younger and her childbearing times are short. All right, there's some counties there. He won't accept a matrilineal marriage, though. I guess we'll just... Oh, we got to do something. So we had all these great plans that would have panned out if somebody could have a freaking son in my family. So I have only 5 daughters. So we married off those daughters. We married off one daughter to Aquitaine, and she had no children before she died. So that didn't work out. We could have had our family inheriting Aquitaine that way. So then my second daughter, who we married off first to the Kaiser of the Holy Roman Empire, only for him to die with them only having daughters, which means the throne did not pass to our family. And then we've got our daughter who we married off originally to the King of Denmark, again only having a daughter before he died. So we just can't seem to have grandsons. Okay, so it looks like one of my daughters managed to have a son. So Sarah has a son, Duke Torbjorn of Jylland. He's up here. And so he has a duchy that he inherited from his father. So that's good. At least we've got something going for us here. Sarah had 3 sons. So at least one of them knows how to get things done. Good for her. For days I have been obsessing over the Wren lineage, and now I'm certain there's no way King Hoel can conclusively prove the fatherhood of his son and heir, Adrian. Okay, so are we going to claim that for ourselves, I guess? Come on, come to Papa, Adrian. You expose Queen Constance's disputed heritage secret. Okay, so Queen Constance of Brittany is now imprisoned. Interesting. So sowing dissent, I guess. What's going on over here? Can we have any place? I'm a little concerned about getting into a war at the moment because I'm so old. I feel like maybe I should wait until the next generation, being 58 years old, to do that. I do have a lot of money, so maybe I just continue to invest in my military, invest in my nation. And boy, I couldn't have called that better. I just died, 58 years old, from heart failure. Empress Aelfswith ascends to the throne, so for the very first time we are going to be controlling a woman, 40-year-old daughter. Now, hey, in the history of Britannia, of England, historically, some of the greatest monarchs have been women. So nothing wrong with that. And we're going to be a woman of war. So authority focus is the direction we're going to go. She's actually got this whole tree done out except for Gallant, which we can get here fairly soon. But now we're going to start to have factions rise up against us. People that are not going to be pleased with a woman being in charge, or for that matter, that just want to take advantage of the chaos of a new regime coming in. So we're going to need to take some time to consolidate power, to deal with any issues, to re-up our allies. We can usurp the petty kingdom of Strathclyde. I don't know if I want to do that. Negotiate an alliance. Let's do that. We're not endorsed by our patriarch, so we've got to do that. Let's make him the court physician, which will solve that problem. And I think otherwise we're going to be good for the time being. Let's take a look at our factions. All right, so this one's a little bit concerning. The King of Ireland, the King of Wales are going to be after things. Let's go ahead and start making them happy. And then we'll start to sway. Okay, so there's a faction to install my uncle, Prince Samuel, on the throne. That cannot be allowed to fly. We've got some very unhappy people that would very much like to make that happen. And primarily the Duchess of Northumbria is our concern right now. So we're going to have to deal with this. King Hull has put out an independence faction. So a bunch of people are going to either want to lower crown authority, replace me, or declare independence from me. So as a woman, I'm going to have my hands full trying to deal with all this and to do so effectively. So we need to start working on alliances. I think I have an unmarried sister. I do. What's the strongest alliance we can come up with here? Poland? The Prince of Poland. That might be a good way to go. He's not the heir, is he? Prince Haman of France. France would be even better. So let's make that happen. Awesome. So there's an alliance with the King of France. That'll certainly help things out. We're going to continue to try to bring down this number. Let's send some gifts. See if one or both of those guys will leave the faction. All right, just like that, we've been called to a war with France in their defense against the Duke of Burgundy. All right. Well, I hate when the second you join a alliance, you end up in a war. But what choice did I have, really? All right, so we're going to try to take the power out from under this faction that's forming against us. I'm going to grant the petty kingdom of Dira to Duke Thomas, who I've also placed on my council. I think granting him that title should be enough to get him out of that faction. We now have a very favorable relationship with him. I'm hoping that him being at 74, he's going to drop out of this faction. But we'll see. All right, well, for the first time in the game, I am pregnant. A child is growing in my womb. My husband, Emperor Maite, will be proud. So I think with a lot about to go down, I'm going to wrap things up right there because I'm expecting we're going to have some wars against vassals. We're going to have to consolidate and defend my my empire on behalf of Empress Elfswaith. But it's not going to happen easily. So we'll come back in the next episode and deal with all of that. Let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below. Hit that like button if you would, and we will see you again soon. Thanks for watching.